brick by brick and a stone by stone. It wasn't done alone. Spirit is the
Welcome. You are listening to Menstruction.
I go by a black.
Let's go here to really go into what's going on with this welfare queen AI generated nonsense. This is crazy. This is the crazy shit. Racist influencers using OpenAI Sora to make it look like poor people are selling food stamps for cash. The government shutdown has officially reached a month in length, the second longest federal funding gap on record. That makes it a perfect storm for the chaos-fueled Trump administration, which now has a de facto kill switch that Elon Musk's Doge couldn't even dream of. As the shutdown drags on, it's wreaking havoc on the nation, leaving millions of government workers without pay. As a consequence, the U.S. is suffering issues like sporadic airport closures and massive delays in small business loan processing, issues which will surely have a negative impact on GDP. So again, like I was just saying, if you take the AI growth and investments out of GDP, our GDP growth is almost zero. More. One of the most pressing issues of the shutdown is the effect on SNAP, commonly referred to as food stamps. The Department of Agriculture, which oversees the program, has warned that 42 million recipients would likely go without, starting a couple days ago, on November. Where the fight goes next is anyone's guess, but the eruption of the discourse about food stamps has been influenced by a disruptive new force, generative AI. Now, I want you to think about this as well. Taking away the programs and resources for sustenance for American citizens, all of which we pay for, right? Because these programs are sustained by our taxes, our tax dollars. The very people who are trying to take them away are the same people who are investing in the industries and the programs to continue to distract you from something as basic of a need as sustenance, food, nutrients. Now, as we will read in a second, the government hasn't necessarily been the ones who generated these videos, but they did not hesitate to proliferate them. And honestly, we're at a point now where we can't even say it's that far out of the realm that they would do it, because there was that story some weeks ago where they took black high schoolers' video, put it in some AI, changed it up to make it look like he was speaking out against ICE when he made some funny skit with his homies about the U.S. not being attacked by some kind of Middle Eastern country. Is basically like, if you come for us, then we got smoke for you. And they flipped it, changed it, reposted it, and shared it. So it's not so far out of the realm of possibility. One clip, clearly labeled with a Sora watermark, nabbed nearly 500,000 views on TikTok alone. It shows a black woman explaining to local news reporter how she sells her government assistance for cash. Quote, "I'm gonna keep it real with you. I get over $2,500 a month in stamps," the woman explains. "I sell them $2,000 worth for about $1,200, $1,500 cash." Going to what we were speaking about earlier in regards to the generational differences in approach within politics and the media landscape, and how that was a huge factor in the Mamdani success. Look at how socially and media illiterate these people are. The Sora watermark is in the video. Now, we're going to watch the video in a second, and Sora in and of itself is fascinating because of just how well it gets some of the mannerisms and the embodiments of people. It's very entertaining when it's not being used for these kinds of means. They can't even see the Sora watermark and know that it's fake. And I presume what was probably a bigoted point about, again, you see how the silly black woman comes out? They weren't using the SNAP program effectively anyways. Which, again, completely glosses over the point that even with the recipients of SNAP, who are majority white, by the way, majority of the population that receives SNAP benefits are white Americans, by the way, doesn't even cover everything that you need. the people that need it have families. Grocery prices have been on the rise. All these prices have been on the rise. These things being exasperated by the shutdown that is being propagated by the people who are also trying to vilify you, the Americans that need that assistance. The shit is dystopian. The spin is crazy. But we're going to see the video. Don't lie. We're going to see one of them. The shit's kind of convincing. Let's go down here. There you go. Just look at this. Let's watch this. And you tell me. And jump down in the comments and you tell me. If you had seen this with no context, if this had come up on your on the homepage, your YouTube shorts, if this came up on your For You page on TikTok, if this popped up in your Instagram reels, would you know that this was AI if the Sora watermark was not there? That was pretty spot on. If you just saw that you were doing your regular doom scroll, would you even know? Read on. This video traffic, these videos traffic in vicious stereotypes. Heavyset black people become violent thieves when benefits lapse, while poor whites have thick Appalachian accents, gnashing on deep fried possum with rotting teeth. Each reel is a shot of espresso for anyone cheering on a lapse and desperately needed food aid to the country's most needy. According to the Nonpartisan Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, over 2/3 of SNAP recipients are either children, elderly, or disabled. Let's read that one more time. Over 2/3 of SNAP recipients are either children, elderly, or disabled. The people who are most engaged in this discourse are not even the individuals most affected. Children, the elderly, and the disabled. People who need the most representation by their able-bodied counterpart.